Okay. Screen is visible, Malika.
Yes, ma'am.
जो लुक बैक इन एंगर का थोड़ा सा हम लोग ब्रीफ कर लेते हैं, सेट करते हैं. So first of all, before starting this play, so we need to focus about the characters, बेटा. Okay. तो characters कौन कौन से हमारे, because this is your look back in anger play है हमारा. तो उसकी जो कैरेक्टर्स हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जिम्मी पॉटर. जो जिम्मी पॉटर हैं प्ले के मेन कैरेक्टर हैं, मेन हीरो बोल सकते हैं आप इसको, कि मेन हीरो ऑफ द प्ले. जिम्मी पॉटर मेन कैरेक्टर ऑफ द प्ले. एलिसन पॉटर उनकी वाइफ है, जिम्मीज की, है ना, जिम्मीज वाइफ. एंड क्लीव लुइस फ्रेंड टू बोथ जिम्मी एंड एलिसन. दोनों के फ्रेंड हैं, वो अच्छे फास्ट फ्रेंड्स हैं. देन आफ्टर हेलेना चार्ल्स, एलिसन का जो बेस्ट फ्रेंड है, हेलेना चार्ल्स ऑल्सो एलिसन बेस्ट फ्रेंड. देन आफ्टर कर्नल रेडफिन, एलिसन के फादर है, ठीक है. So first of all, what we are seeing here, so first of all, we need to understand about the play. So first of all, जॉर्ज बॉर्न जो है, उनका जो बॉर्न पीरियड है 12 दिसंबर 1929 है. Then after we can say simply, dramatist actor. He's a dramatist actor. स्क्रीन प्ले राइटर ऑल्सो. जॉन जो ऑसबोर्न है, ही इज अ ड्रामेटिस्ट एक्टर, स्क्रीन प्ले राइटर, थिएटर मैनेजर एंड एंटी एस्टैब्लिशमेंट राइटर, आइडेंटिफाइड विद द ब्रिटिश लेफ्ट विंग. तो बिकॉज ये जो प्ले जब कंडक्ट किया गया था, जब रखा गया था, तो उस समय सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद में इसकी थीम रखी गई थी. उस समय हमने ये देखा था कि कितनी सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हो रही थी, मतलब बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स, और लोग कितने फेस कर रहे थे प्रॉब्लम्स को, है ना. तो उसके बेस पे ये थीम रखी गई है कि लुक बैक इन एंगर. ठीक है, इतना क्लियर है. देन आफ्टर वी कैन से द थर्ड प्ले इज ऑल्सो लुक बैक इन एंगर है, वॉन हिम फेम एंड एक्सेप्टेंस. देन आफ्टर लुक बैक इन एंगर क्रिएटेड ए न्यू सेंसेशन, एक न्यू सेंसेशन क्रिएट करता है. Thou most critics attacked the play as unpromising. Then, after the play became popular mainly because it gave theatrical voice to the frustration, disillusionment, and of the young generation of British. है ना, ब्रिटिश में जब यंग जनरेशन में जब प्रॉब्लम.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start about the idioms and phrases, and now we are just talking and discussing about the idiomatic expressions. So there are some learning objectives of idioms and phrases. Students will learn the definition of idioms, analyze the meaning of some common English language idioms, and synthesize with their knowledge of idioms by presenting literal and figurative interpretations of some idiom through visual images. What is an idiom? So first of all, we are just going to discuss about the definition of idiom. An idiom is a phrase where the words together have a meaning that is different from the dictionary definitions of the individual words. So now we can uh, we can understand about the phrase of idiom, where the words together have a meaning that is different from the dictionary definitions of the individual words. What are idiomatic expressions? Idiomatic expressions are used in communicating. These are useful when trying to convey a feeling or emotions. Some of them are funny and light-hearted. So why use them yourself? So first of all, why we are using and why we are talking about some idioms. And idioms add life. Without idioms language, idioms and life and vitality to language. Without idioms language can be correct, but it may be very dull, because we are just expressing, we are just defining different things, and we are just expressing different words and different idioms we are just expressing over here. So when you are able to use idioms comfortably in your own speech and writing, then you have achieved a higher level of mastery and fluency in the language. So this is what we need and why we use them yourself. So first of all, we are just talking and discussing about the vitality to language. And without idioms language can be, we can say it is correct, can be correct, but it is, maybe very dull. When you are able to use idioms comfortably in your own speech and writing, then you have achieved a higher level of mastery and fluency in the language. So now we are having different idioms, and we are just expressing different idioms in our life also. So first idiom we can say to hang about. To hang about means, to loiter near a place, and to beat about the bush means repeat the same point. If we want to say something about the to beat about the bush, we can use repeat the same point. If we want to say this idiom, then we can simply say to beat about the bush, repeat the same point. Then next is hang about. If this is an idiom, hang about means hover. Dotted about means recovered. If we want to say something recovered and all, we can use dotted about something recovered. Everboard means without any secrecy. Everything is clear, everything is open, and we are just using this idiom like above board means without any secrecy, everything is open, so we can use this idiom above board. Then absent minded. Absent minded means, to be inattentive, we are not focusing, we are not attentive, we are not focusing. So this is called, we can use absent minded. So we can say sometime you are absent minded girl, you are absent minded boy. This is called, we can use different expressions and different phrases we can use in idiom above absent minded. So next is absent minded. Then with one accord, with full agreement. If we want to say something about the agreement and full satisfied, we can say with one accord means with full agreement. Next is our acid test. Acid test is very important. We can say in acid, in acid test we can say main test. Main test is our acid test, so we can say main test. Acquit a person of a change to declare innocent. Act one's age to believe in a responsible manner. Man of action means a practical man. Man of action means a practical man.
To add fuel to the fire means a worse matter. Matter is worst matter. We can say to add fuel to the fire. Next, we can say to add insult to injury, to harm as well as insult. Adult head means too foolish. We can say someone is foolish, so we can use sometime different phrase, and we are just expressing our feelings and expressing our phrases. Adult egg means proud, and much ado about nothing, to impart undue importance to a trifle. Look before and after me, waste time in vain regrets or dream. Ever and again, occasionally, hope against hope, to expect a good result when there is no change, no chance left for. A golden age means a prosperous time, a prosperous period, a minded, interested in flying, want to having interest, and so we can say a minded person, so interested in flying. Quite in the air mean uncertain. To build castles in the air means visionary project. We are not we're not practically thinking, and we are just making castles in the air. So air of absurdity means appearance of foolishness. To raise an alarm means to warn the danger. Alas the day, unhappy day. So we can sometimes say today is alas day, today is alas day. So unhappy day, not happy day today. So alas the day, we can use idiom. All in all means paramount of of paramount importance. Means if we want to talk about the all in all means importance and meaningful, and something paramount meaning. All, and all ears and eyes means attentive. If we, sometimes we can say all ears and eye means something is very attentive, we are focusing and fully aware about it attentively. So attentively we are just learning many things. So there are a lot of idioms we are giving example. So all spheres in love and war means everything wrong that can be excused. All is gas and glitters, everything is fine. All that glitters is not gold. Something may not be valuable as appears on the surface. Sometimes we can use all that glitters is not gold. So all roads lead to Rome. Whatever way one choose, all of them will achieve eventually the same object. All's well that ends well means the whole affair has had a satisfactory outcome despite earlier difficulties. To lead to the altar means to marry another Solomon, a very intelligent man. Because sometimes we can say he's a Solomon person, he's a Solomon guy. We can say this is a very intelligent man. Answer to the door, meet a caller, God's app, a born fool. Sometimes we can use God's app means a born fool. Apple of the eye, and a cherished object, and someone very lovely and we like. So we can say apple of the eye and cherished object. Apple pie order means perfect order. So in apple pie order, we are using perfect order. So an apple of discord, sometimes we can say a cause of dispute. A busy as a be, very busy person. This is very routine proverb. As busy as be means very busy. Armed to the teeth, fully equipped with weapons of war. Next is black arts, magic. As dead as this Duru means no longer in existence, very much out of date. As dead as mutton, dull or difficult to stimulate. We can say as dead as it do means no longer in existence, very much out of that. As dead as mutton, dull or difficult. As fit as fiddle means healthy, active, in good physical condition. As fit as fiddle. As good as one's word, completely reliable. As green as grass means naive in experience, immature, easily deceived. As hard as flint means unforgiving and unsympathetic in temperament. Stubborn. Stubborn man means very difficult to stimulate, very difficult to persuade someone because he is stubborn and no, not active, not attentive, not taking part positively. That this is called stubborn. As timid as a mouse means very shy. As timid as a mouse is very shy. And to bring back the ashes, to wipe out defeat. A dagger drawn, extremely bitter enmity. Beat the air means fight without purpose. We can say, and we can also use this phrase, beat the air. Beat the air means, fight without any purpose. Beauty sleep. Beauty sleep means the sleep before midnight. The sleep before midnight is called beauty sleep. A bed of roses, a condition of comfort. Sometimes we can say the post of prime minister is not a bed of roses. This is called, this is not an easy task. This is not a comfort zone, not easy. Sometimes we can use such type of phrases, a bed of roses. These things are not bed of roses. So bed of roses means a condition of comfort. So to beggar the description, to assume truth of the matter of dispute behind this scene means in private, beginning of the end, closing chapter, behind the time, late, behind doors, and baldy cat. Bell the cat to take a leading role in their stars. Below the mark, not up to the standard. Beside the mask, irrelevant. Best maid, bridesmaid at wedding, best man, bridegroom's man at a wedding. Be better than one's word, do more than one has promised between wives at intervals, and go between, act as a mediator, and between two fires to earn displeasure of both the parties, big with youth, pregnant and bird-eyed, quickly and quick, and quickly sighted. So, a lot of idioms, lot of phrases. We are just giving example. So, birds of same feather means person of similar habits. Bird in hand, certainty. To kill two words with one stone. To gain two ends with one attempt. Bit and sup means something to eat and drink, bit by bit, piecemeal. To give a bit of one's mind, to speak very frankly, we can say to give a bit of one's mind. Black and blue means severely, and black sheep, disreputable member of a community. Sometimes we can say he's a black sheep in a family and not reputed, and person, one people does not like. So in black and white means in writing, stand, turn a blind eye means ignore. If we are using this phrase, turn a blind eye means ignore. And blood tone means a detective. Fresh and flesh and blood human beings blow one's one trumpet to praise oneself. Once in a blue moon, rarely. To be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth, a rich man's child. Sometimes we can say we are not silver spoon and we are not golden spoon. This is very important idioms and phrases we are using here. And to be born under a lucky star, to be lucky by birth. And bottomless pit means hell, something bottomless and not having base. So get to the bottom means investigate the truth. If we want to investigate something, so we sometime we can use get to the bottom. Stand on one's own bottom, independent by leaps and bounds, quickly, very hard, very fast and very quickly. We are using to blow out one's brain, to shoot or kill. Bread and butter, livelihood, and this is very a common phrase. We are using bread and butter. So sometimes we are not using or saying long sentences. So we are just conveying our message. And if you want to say something, so we can simply say this is our bread and butter. So no need to explain and no need to say long sentences in our conversation. So we can simply use bread and butter. So, and break down means demolish something, to breathe one's last, to die. Buck up means cheer up. Sometimes we can say we are happy and we are enjoying, we are going outside, and we are saying just buck up. We are just cheer up and bucking up. So pass the buck, we can say if we want to, say something to someone, just pass this thing. So we can simply use we can use idiom simply pass the buck. So pass the buck is also very important idiom to shift the responsibility to someone. If we are not taking any responsibility, honestly, and not taking challenges in our life, so we are just passing the buck. So we can simply say pass the buck. Pass the buck means to shifting the responsibility to someone. burn the candle at both ends. This is also very important, and we can also understand and also take idea कि why he is using this proverb and why he is using this idiom, burn the candle at the both ends. So burn the candle at both ends means to waste quickly. If we are just candle is here and we are just burn the candle from from both sides, it means to waste quickly. Burn the midnight oil means to work hard at studies, because we are just using burn the midnight oil. So to work hard at studies. Burn daylight means to waste time. To burn because daylight means कि we are using light in a day, but because we don't require. If we are using light, at midnight, at midnight, so we can simply say कि to work hard. Midnight oil we are using means to work hard at studies. If we are using daylight, burn daylight means to waste time. To burst into tears, to fall crying, bring home to prove, signed about one's business, me dismiss. Blood is thicker than water means family relationship are stronger one. So this is called blood is thicker than water. This is what key family's importance, and family is very important and strong part in our life. Butter one's words, speak the flattery, and let bygone by good, let the past to be forgotten. So very important phrases we are using right now. The idioms are very important in a day-to-day life. By dint of means by virtue of. Cakes and alley means all the good things of life. To call bad names, to abuse. Feather in one's cap means something to be proud of. Cap in hand, submissively. Cap a pie from hat to mouth. And throw up one's cap is sign of joy. So if we are throwing our cap, means it is a sign of joy. It's a sign of happy. Capital error means blunder. If sometime we are having a debate on capital punishment should be or should not be. So we can say capital error means punishment. You can say blunder happening. A capital sentence means death punishment. A capital punishment, capital sentence means death punishment. Cards in one's hand, everything under control. If we are having control, if we are having power, so we can use this thing ki cards in our hand, cards in one's hand. So throw up the cards to accept defeat. Cast an eye, look, rain, cats and dog, heavy rain. Sometimes we are not saying ki heavy rain is outside. We are using beautiful idioms, cats and dogs. So means raining, rain, cats and dogs means heavy rain. Cat and dog life full of quarrel. If we are using this idiom means full of quarrel, full of fighting in our life, means we are just fighting like a cat and dog. So to let the cow cat out of the bag to reveal a secret, because we are revealing secret, so we can use to let the cat out of the bag. Catch up, to overtake in a certain condition with child, and small change coin. Second childhood, childishness of old age, sometimes we can say childishness, second childhood. Child's play easy, and chalker fill completely, and chalk down repress, and clock out register the time of going, and clock in to register the time of arrival, like clockwork regularly. Cloud castle daydream, to catch cold, to get influenza, throw cold water on, discourage. So come off with flying, very important and very popular idiom we are using. Come off with flying colors means to get victory. Come by, obtain. Come across, meet. And come upon, to attack. Come up with, to overtake. Comfort station, and all the come corners of the earth, everywhere. Cry over spilled milk, uh, over what is done. Greet, and great cry, and little wool. Much ado about nothing. We can use this idiom. Hue and cry, noise, dance upon nothing to be hanged. Dare say, suppose, and darken one's door, visit, and with the day get victory, day of doom, judgment day. Day of doom is very important day, important last day of our life, day of judgment day, day of doom. And third degree and the Buddhist method between the devil and deep sea in a spirit dilemma, diamond cut diamond, an encounter between two very sharp person. And black diamond means cold, to die in harness, to die while still at work, to spill the difference, to come to a promise, and do away with, abolish, do down, criticize, do down, to do as Romans do, to adjust according to surroundings, and to lead a dog's life, fresh life, next door to in the next hours, a double dealer, deceitful person. And double minded means undecided. If we are having double mind, we are not able to decide anything, and having confusion, have a dilemma, what to do and what not to do. So we can simply say double minded person. So let's just decide first of all, what do we want to do. So undecided things, ups and downs, misfortune, up and down, to and fro, daggers down, openly hostile, high and cry, isolated, kick up the dust, raise hue and cry, throw dust in one's eye, to deceive something. Easy, virtue, lose character, to eat humble pie, to have a apologize, a bad egg, worthless person, white elephant, useless possession, odd and ends, miscellaneous things, the evening star decline, the evening of life, old age, ever and known from time to time, eye of day, eye of a heaven, sun. This is what I over then I over 7. As a matter of fact, in reality, as a matter of fact, in reality, in fact, in point of fact, indeed, fair weather, friends not good in need, show the white feather means show, sign of cowardice, fair field and no favor, equal condition to context, to play the first fiddle, to take a leading role, and to take a leading role means to burn one's finger, to get into unexpected trouble. First fruit means first profit. First water means highest quality. Between two fires, between two difficulties, an old flame, sweethearts set these themes on fire, destroy everything. To pour oil on fire, to worse an already bad situation, to burst into flame, to burn with a glow. Foolish paradise, a state of false expectations, make for water, disturb the atmosphere. True foul and fair through all means, full and foul play, dishonest dealing, make fun of, poke fun at, ridiculous. These are, idioms we have discussed. At least we have discussed more than 100 idioms we have discussed over here. So this is, what we have discussed here about the common idiom phrases and expressions we have discussed over here. So now again we are just seeing about the objective. So objective should be clear in our mind, why we are using idioms and why we are just sharing our thoughts and views on idiom. The student will learn the definition of idiom, then they will analyze the meanings of some common English language idiom, and their knowledge of idioms by presenting literal and figurative interpretations of some idiom through visual images. So, so we can use, we have discussed already many idioms. So now time in due course, in a row, ahead of time, she's had headache for days, and dash because of tensions about tomorrow's counting test. He handed in that assignment because he wanted to take time off. They will get their grades 2 weeks from now when processing is complete. So the answer in due course, in a row, ahead of time. She's had headache for days in a row because tension about tomorrow's accounting test. He handed in that assignment ahead of time because he wanted to take time off, and they will get their grades in due course about 2 weeks from now when processing is complete. Being realistic, so they can't have their cake and eat it too. It makes sense Let's not kid ourselves. Share your apartment and save money. There's no easy way for us to complete this work day, party or night and still won't stop waits but. So being realistic and the answer they can't have their cake and eat it too, it makes sense and let's not kid about the timing about just a minute. It makes sense, let's not kid ourselves. So it makes sense for you to share your apartment and save money. Let's not kid ourselves. There's no easy way for us to complete this work day party all night and still want top grades, but they can't have their cake and eat it too. So money matters. Steve is the mall because his day job does not pay a good income. Under the table, moonlighting and cheap stay, and his boss is a and does not pay Steve enough. Joe fixes cars and sometimes makes good money if he works and under the table moonlighting and cheapskate. So Steve is moonlighting the mall because his day job does not pay much money. His boss is a cheapskate and does not pay Steve enough. Joe fixes cars and sometimes makes good money if he works under the table. And number activity two is chase, you tell and spending a lot of time and energy doing a lot of things but actually achieving too little whole bag of tricks trying all the clever means to achieve and something. So deliver the goods to what is expected or promised, find truth, calm and examining something carefully to not miss out any details. So explore all avenues, trying out every possibility to get a result, get the show on the road, and putting up a plan or idea into action. Think on your feet and adjusting quickly to changes and making fast decisions, sail through something, being successful in doing something without difficulty to work like a charm and a hot potato to works very well or has a desired effect. A hot potato speak of an issue mostly current which many people are talking about and which is usually disputed. So this is, what we have discussed, and we have discussed, activity in, in idioms, and also we have learned a lot of things in idiom and learning objective. Also, we have discussed and about the discussion about the definition on idiom. Idiom is a phrase where the words together have a meaning that is different from the dictionary definition of the individual words, and we can simply say and also discuss many idioms in our life, and also we are using many idioms. So, and if we want to give example, gift of the gab means power of talking, and jingle break, bread work, cheap and showy ornament of work, giddy success means bewildering, give tongue, express, hang and glow, fast friend, go through fire and water to undertake any trouble or risk, great go, degree examination, little go, pre-examination, little go, to go hand in hand, complete agreement, to go to rack and ruin, to be completely burned at the first go at the start. And gold fever means desire for money. If we want to convey and want to say gold fever, and also there are different expression we can use in idiom. Gold digger, one who make money by all means, to kill the goose and that lays golden egg, to sacrifice future profit with good grace in any amiable fashion, is a snake in the grass, hidden enemy, dig one's own grave, cause one's own death, son of a gun, a rascal, keep one's hair on, keep cool, and lose one's hair to grow angry, and make one's hair stand on end to give the greatest surprise, Split hairs make superficial distinctions. Better half wife and half mask, half flown flag. Lend a hand to give help. Old hand an experienced man. Poor hand unskilled person. From hand to mouth poverty. Hard nut to crack. Difficult problem to solve. Here brain foolish person. Run with the hare and hunt with the horns. Remain friendly with both sides. And here live the deformed live at birth. Hips and have nodes, rich and poor. Count your chickens before they are hatched. Depend on some uncertain future event. Make hay while the sun shine. Avail an opportunity from head to foot, all over the body, to take to one's heels to flee. And here and there means irregularly, not regular, not attentively, and not focusing, not regular. To play hide and seek, to deceive, hide and cry, isolated, to hide one's head, to feel ashamed, hit a blot, to find a weak spot, hit out, strike out with the fist, and on one's high horse in an attitude of financial superiority. Hit below the belt, take the undue advantage, hit the nail on the head to achieve the desired objective. This is what we have discussed. We have discussed about different expressions here. So hold one's tongue means to keep silence, to a hole in one's coat, to a stain on one's reputation, last honor, funeral rites, and eat out of house and home. So we can say to live at the expenses of another, to ruin him by hook or by crook, by one means or another. No matter what happens, you have to complete this task by hook or by crook. You have to do that. To take the bull by the horns, to face a problem boldly. To blow one's own horn means to boast and put the carts before the horse. To do things in the reverse order of nature. To blow hot and cold, to contradict oneself, like a house on fire with great speed. Indian gift, a gift for which a return gift is expected. Iron age, the prehistoric period. Iron will, strong will, to strike while the iron is hot, to make use of an opportunity. Keep and muster, extremely eager. Keep an eye on, watch. Keep body and soul together to maintain life. Keep your hair on, don't lose your temper. To keep at arm's length, to keep proper gap. Kill two birds with one stone, to do two things with the same mean. To kill time, waste time. Kith and kin, near and dear ones. Herculean task, land of the leaf, heaven. And lay bare, expose something. French leaf, quitting without permission, and to pull one's leg, to deceive. Take one's life, kill. Lick the dust, to slain, and put the lid on it cover. Let sleeping dogs lie. Avoid debatable question. Come to light to be revealed. Light literature, music, long-hearted, clever, might and main, utmost strength. We are talking about the might and main, utmost strength. Then after, to make or mar means to cause success or ruin. Man in the moon, very rare person. To hit the mark, to achieve one's purpose. Up to the mark, satisfactory. By fair means or fall anyhow. Melt one's heart, cause pity. To get into a mess, to get into difficulty. And to cry over spilt milk, uselessly revolving over a thing. To make a mess of, mismanage. Once in a blue moon, now and then. Mother wit, common sense, hit the nail on the head. To touch the exact point, that of nature, death. Neat and clean, tidy, and get it in the neck to be severely dealt with. Old Nick, the devil, 9 days wonder, short light sensation, under one's nose, before one's eye. In a nutshell, in brief, passive obedience, unquestioning obedience to authority, odds and ends remains at odds, at variance, oil one's palms, oil one's hand, to bribe fool's paradise means foolish ideas, passive resistance, deliberate refusal to patch up, quarrel, to arrange, compromise, to play the fool, to act like a fool, proud as a peacock, very much proud, true to his salt, faithful to his boss, sensual pleasures, joys, joys of the flesh. At sixes and seven in disorder, some and substance just turn a deaf ear to ignore, make the mouth water damp, to throw cold water onto discourse. This is what different phrases we are using over here. And Unwised slave, prostitute, willy nilly and willingly and unwillingly, and wise woman, and have a walk evolve in a sheep clothing hypocritic and fair words flattery at once than it at once highest positions zigzag short sharp turning with just and zeal with great favor. And these are most important phrases and idiom we have discussed today. And lot of phrases we can use and we can also learn in English language. So these phrases are very important in English language, so they are just showing what they are showing. And these idiom is a phrase where the words together have a different meaning that is different from the dictionary definitions of the individual words. And if we talk about the expressions are always used in communicating, because we are just trying to communicate expressively and very frankly. And we just want to talk sweetly and shortly, and we are not using long sentences, long ideas, and long statement and overstatement. We are not using front of people, and we are just talking about the expressions which are short and which are useful. And when trying to convey feeling or emotions, and if we want to convey something, if we want to share something and trying to convey, these things are very important in idiom. So using idioms is very important. And if we are having a good knowledge of vocabulary, if we are having a good knowledge, if we're having good knowledge of power of words, and different words and different new words. And if we are using new words and talking with someone, so we can easily understand, or we can easily communicate with them. And also we can share lot of things, and we can also yeah, we can also and we can also use different idioms and different examples. So if we want to if we want to want to convey things differently and in different manners, so we can use that. So these things are very important in idioms. Strongly we must understand. And we just want to revise, and daily we need to revise, and also we need to practice and also use in our conversation. So this thing is very important in phrase. So lot of phrases we are having in communication, so we need to focus about the activity, and also we need to focus about the practice or using these conversation in our day-to-day life. These things are very important in in idioms. So I hope we have understand. So lot of things in communication, lot of things in the help of figure of speech. So again we have another of so this is also again we can use introduction part. Authors often use figures of speech in both literature and poetry to enhance their writing. enhance their knowledge, enhance their writing. Figure of speech present ordinary things in new or unusual ways. They communicate ideas that go beyond the words, usual literal meanings. And some objectives are also here. By the end of this tutorial, you should be able to recognize seven figure of speech, identify figure of speech in poem, imagery, simile, metaphor, alliteration, and hyperbole and onomatopoeia and personifications also here. These are some imagery things, imagery points, and metaphorical definitions, hyperbole, and the onomatopoeia with the sounds. Personifications also here.